Hey guys, fala seguimores. I hope you enjoyed my last video about the amazing city of Ouro Preto. And today, we're in for one more special video about an amazing place in Brazil, which is the city of Brotas. So get excited because in this episode, we go to the capital of eco and adventure tourism in Brazil. Let's go. Brotas, yet again, is another hidden gem in Brazil. It is absolutely fantastic. So when I got to Brazil, I had no idea about this place. I got to Campinas, where the missus is from, and people were saying, oh, you've got to go to Brotas. There's so many, outdoorsy things you can do. It's absolutely amazing. And there's this place called Areia que Canta, the sand that sings. I thought, all right, sure, let's go. Partiu. Brotas was initially a small country town that got popular during the coffee boom of the earlier 20th century in São Paulo. So it had heaps of Italian migrants, but then towards the end of the 20th century, obviously the boom came to a halt, and the governor, people in the area didn't quite know what to do. So Brotas is situated, on top of an aquifer. And, it's full of national parks, amazing waterfalls and, powerful rivers. So the government decided, in the early 90s, let's make this place the capital of ecotourism and adventure tourism in Brazil. Little do we know as gringos, but this place is off the charts. Let's talk more about it. It's also home to one of the most amazing geological formations, a natural spring called the Sand That Sings in English, which I'll talk a bit more about later on, but let's get to the trip, shall we? So we drove off to Brotas. I remember we stopped at some little servo and those weird sort of chicken coxinhas, a bit strange, but got around those. And then when we got to Brotas, we were really surprised because we stopped there. We actually stopped there at an old hydroelectric plant from right at the start of the 20th century, which actually provided public lighting to Brotas earlier than the capital of São Paulo. So it was a powerful, beast of a thing. Check out the river.
Aqui nós estamos no Parque dos Saltos, jump park or something. Whoa! Oh, amazing. An old water turbine.
Really, really powerful. So you can see, obviously, hydroelectricity was a thing. Obviously it's a bit, in ruins now, but, amazing. And as I said, just coming from Australia, where most of the country is in drought, to see sort of, gushing, strong, powerful rivers, just, lush rainforests, for me is fantastic. So that was our first stop. And it's called the Parque dos Saltos. As well as being the hometown of one of Brazil's most famous singers, Daniel. Check him out. That's obviously not why you're here. And you're not here either for a hydroelectricity plantation. But so let's talk more about it. So Brotas sort of maintains its rustic demeanor. And I remember we got there and, nice little, it's built around a small little blue chapel, which is actually pretty cool. Kind of unique, a nice blue chapel, as you can see.
O centro de Brotas. City centre. Look at this church. Olha essa igreja aqui, ó.
We went to a place with all these special types of cachaças, which aren't that common. Cachaça with honey, all these, different flavors, coffee. So, we had a, little taste before we got on the road, and that was fantastic.
Casa de cachaça aqui, ó. Ó, olha lá, não, ó. Nossa.
And they were sort of showing us, taking us back in time to how things were in the 19th century when Brotas was just a little town, sort of, with the wood fire, making sweets, doces. You can check this out, nice food, that sort of rustic feel to it. And that was really charming. So yeah, we bought a few things. Check out the sweets.
Hugo Hilbert.
Hugo Hilbert aqui.
Em Brotas.
Boa tarde, moço. O que temos aqui?
Estamos fazendo um doce de abóbora com coco queimado.
This is a sweet something. Bom demais, né?
Bom, isso é muito bom.
Oh.
And then we got going. So our first stop, we were heading to this amazing place called Areia que Canta. So Areia que Canta, the sand that sings, is a 200 million year old geological formation. It's a natural spring. So to get to this natural spring, this Areia que Canta, we stop off at the house of an Italian migrant. It was pretty nice. A big restaurant there as well. We'll talk about the lunch later, but check out some of the trees, the farm. Moselle, the boss got it. She loved the animals. Pretty cool. And from there we hopped in a Jeep and we headed over to the start of the trek to get to this natural spring. So once you get off the Jeep, we go for a little sort of 1K hike. We walked in there and, this place is so special because it's a 200 million year old geological formation, right? So essentially this natural spring, Areia que Canta, lies on top of a huge aquifer. Now, apparently this spring is amazing. Imagine right in the countryside of Brazil, crystal clear water. Why? Because this natural spring is apparently pumping 70,000 litres of water per hour, just in this little 10 metre radius. Absolutely fantastic.
Hey galera, hello everyone, let's go.
We got a bit unlucky because of the weather, so we caught an overcast day. Imagine if it was sunny. Let's see what it's like when it's sunny. Why is it called Areia que Canta? Because you go there, and due to the presence of quartz in the sand, it's got this unique feature where it sounds like a cuica, which is a Brazilian instrument. So if you rub it, it produces, the sound of a Brazilian instrument. So pretty special. Check this out.
Pode vir aqui já. Aí bola.
And what's cool about it as well is I really appreciate how they're trying to maintain and preserve the place. So only 5 people can go in at one time, which is cool. So we had to wait outside. We put the goggles on and absolutely incredible. I just wish we'd gotten a sunny day, but such is life. You can't wear repellent or sunblock, which is good as well. I really appreciate the environmental efforts because this place is just awesome. And at the bottom of the spring, water bubbles up or sprouts in Portuguese, brota, hence the name Brotas, because this is one of the theories, because you can see below the water sort of bubbling up from the aquifer, from the spring, so it's pretty special, hence the name. The water is brotando in Portuguese. Sprouting is the literal translation, but a bit different in English. So absolutely incredible. You guys must go, but go there on a sunny day. If that isn't amazing by itself, to have this natural spring with crystal clear waters where you can, make music with the sand and, go snorkeling and just see, an absolute gem, a hidden gem of Brazil. Later on, we were taken to what was called the hydro massage, the water massage, which was, we went on the Tamanduá River and essentially we dip our heads below the rapids and get a massage because the current is strong. It is powerful. Check this out. And when we got back to the estate there, the large Italian estate, we had a big feed. I love the self-service in Brazil. Hence, came back with a few kilos as a result. Absolutely amazing. Check out this delicious Brazilian food.
O buffet do buffet. Filhote, linguiça. Whoa.
Now that was just our first day in Brotas. I had no idea how much this place had. So it's the capital of ecotourism, adventure tourism. It's got abseiling, canoeing, kayaking, got zip lining, which I'll talk about shortly. All the, adventure whitewater rafting, so much stuff. horse riding. I had no idea. We barely scratched the surface. So we actually drove back to Sao Paulo because I remember Eliochi, our gourmet, forgot his clothes. So we drove back to, and also it was nice to get back to Campinas as well. And we returned the next day for round 2. So yeah, we were stoked. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm more of a sort of history, cultural kind of guy. I'm not really an extreme sports kind of guy. But the boss, Mozão, convinced me and, really pressured me to do zip lining. To be honest, I'd forgotten the name of this in English because we always talk about tirolesa. And so Brotas has various sort of zip lines you can do. And, oh, look, I was scared because I've got a fear of heights. But, guys, check out the views. Imagine you're in this ecological reserve, zip lining, over 100 meters above, above the ground. And, oh, check out this footage. So this was me starting off.
Nossa.
Ó, quem vai primeiro vem aqui, os demais aguardam.
Go! Let's go! Whoa! Oh my god! Valeu.
Ó, segura essa corda aqui, ó. Aí, segura. Segura firme. Ai, meu Deus do céu.
Tirei.
So that was just a bit of zip lining, and I'm not going to lie, I loved it. That was incredible. But guys, obviously, because it's Brazil, there are waterfalls everywhere. So that afternoon, we got in the car, a rented car, and just drove around to heaps of waterfalls in the area. Guys, absolutely stunning. Because as I said, Australia's a drought-stricken country, particularly around Sydney. New South Wales, you go to the countryside, it's dry. And imagine you drive around Brotas, so many waterfalls. As I said, we only did a couple of them. And that was pretty special.
Bom demais. Whoa. Wow. Hello, Brasil. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's nice. Hello, Brasil.
And guys, as I said, just like the National Geographic documentaries, this is what I want a bit of Brazil as a gringo. And our last activity was a Trilho do Cristal, the Crystal Trail, because we got to a waterfall that was sort of crystal-like. And guys, this was fantastic. So first of all, I saw those little ants, in National Geographic and the docos, how you see those ants carrying like 100 times their weight. I saw those. Check this out. Isn't that amazing? I mean, look, this is just nature at its finest. And to sort of see this just a few hours out of Sao Paulo, this is amazing. Because as I said, Australia is a dry country. So guys, this was real wilderness. We went on a big hike through the bush. Check this out. We got wet. We were holding onto the rope across the rapids. And when we finally got there, had a little dip in the waterfall. But this lush rainforest, I can't get enough of it. And this is all just in Brotas. This was just one trek, one hike. I mean, you guys have got to do this. And this is Brazil. I don't think people give it enough credit because you can do all these amazing things. You're at one with nature. You're in the midst of it. You're really there in these lush rainforests, strong rapids, strong currents. It's absolutely stunning. It's like as if it were a Garden of Eden. And I'll back that up. It was absolutely fantastic. Especially as an Australian to have this sort of, greenery around me. It was just fantastic, combined with extreme sports. And look, I wanted more. We only spent 2 days there. I wish I'd spent longer there. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video once again in English. I really enjoy making these. So, it's nice to spice things up a bit. You guys have to check out Brotas. And as I said, Brotas is a hidden gem that needs worldwide recognition, because this place is off the charts and I barely scratched the surface. And I'm sure you guys will, have an absolute ball, and there's so much more to see that I haven't even put in this video. So enjoy, cheers, and if you like this video, send it to your friends, give it a like, comment below, and subscribe to the channel.